Hello everybody. Today we are going to start with the topic latent heat. The heat supplied to a unit mass of substance which changes its state at constant temperature is called latent heat of the body. The heat supplied to a unit mass of substance which changes its state at constant temperature is called latent heat of the body. We have two types of latent heat. Firstly, latent heat of fusion, also known as LF. Latent heat of fusion for ice is 80 kilocalorie per kg. 80 kilocalorie per kg, or I can write 80 calorie per gram. 80 calorie per gram. The second latent heat is known as latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization, which is written in the short form as LV. Latent heat of vaporization of water is latent heat of vaporization for water is 540 kilocalorie per kilogram. 540 kilocalorie upon kilogram. Now let us see what is zeroth law of thermodynamics. Zeroth law of thermodynamics. This law states that if two objects A and B are in A and B are separately in thermal equilibrium with a third object C, then objects A and B are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Then the objects A and B are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Now, let's do a question on latent heat. The question is as follows. Find amount of heat released. Find amount of heat released if 1 kg steam at 200 degrees centigrade. If 1 kg steam at 200 degrees centigrade is converted into minus 20 degree ice. Answer. The most important data required here is specific heat of steam is equals to half specific heat of water, which is again equal to specific heat of ice. This we'll be requiring in the numerical further. Now I have to convert 1 kg steam at 200 degree centigrade to minus 20 degree centigrade water. heat required is delta Q, which is equals to heat released to convert 200 degree Celsius into 100 degree Celsius steam plus heat released to convert 100 degree steam, convert 100 degree Celsius steam to 100 degree Celsius water plus heat released to convert 100 degree water, 100 degree of water to 0 degree water plus heat released to convert 0 degree water to 0 degree ice. Heat released to convert 0 degree water to 0 degree ice plus heat released to convert 0 degree ice to minus 20 degree ice. Heat released to convert 0 degree ice to minus 20 degree. Now let's put the values in the formula. Del Q is equals to ms delta T plus ml plus ms delta T plus ml plus ms delta T, which is equals to 1 into 1 by 2 into 100 plus 540 into 1 plus 1 into 1 into 100 plus 1 into 80 plus 1 into 1 by 2 into 20, which gives me a result 780 kilocalorie. Now the topic we'll start is thermal expansion. Thermal expansion. To understand thermal expansion, we could draw a flow diagram. First, starting with temperature of body increases. That is, when the temperature of the body increases, then the thermal vibrations of molecule increases. That is, when we increase the temperature of the body, the thermal vibrations of the molecules increases. Here, thermal vibrations increases. Next, if the thermal vibrations of the body increases, then the rate of collisions between the neighboring molecules increases. That is, rate of collisions between the neighboring molecules increases. If I complete this flow diagram, now when the rate of collision increases, there is the thermal stress in the neighboring particle, because of which the interatomic separation increases. And finally, the thermal expansion takes place. Thermal expansion takes place. Let's close this in a block. Thus, this is the flow chart, what all happens in a thermal expansion. If we read it again, then the temperature of the body increases the first, because of which it is followed by thermal vibrations in the neighboring molecules. Because of thermal vibrations, the rate of collision between the molecules increases, which leads to the interatomic separation of the molecules, and hence the thermal expansion takes place. Thus, thermal expansion is can be divided in three broad categories. Mainly, first is linear expansion. Second is superficial expansion. And the last is volume expansion or cubical expansion. Let's study all the three expansions in detail. The first one is the linear expansion. When the rod is heated, when the rod is heated, its increase in length del L is proportional to its increase in length del L is proportional to its original length L and change in temperature delta T and change in temperature delta T, where delta T is in Kelvin or centigrade. If I draw the diagram, it would be as follows. If this is my rod, which is of L length, if it is expanded, then the length becomes L plus delta L. This is before heating and this one is after heating. Alpha here is equals to del L upon L naught delta T, where alpha is called the coefficient of linear expansion. Alpha is coefficient of linear expansion. It can also be written as L is equals to L naught 1 plus alpha delta T, where L is the length after heating the rod, where L is the length after heating the. Let's do a numerical on linear expansion of heating. Question. A small ring having small gap, a small ring having a small gap is shown in figure. On heating, what will happen to the size of gap? On heating, what will happen to the size of gap? Let's draw the diagram of the gap ring. It is like this, sorry. Solution. Gap will also increase because separation between gap will also increase because separation between any 2 points, separation between any 2 points on object increases during thermal expansion. Now, the second expansion is known as the superficial or aerial expansion. When a solid is heated, its area increases. When the solid is heated and its area increases, then the thermal expansion is called superficial or aerial expansion or aerial expansion. Consider a solid plate of area A0. Consider a solid plate of area A0. When it is heated, the change in area of the plate is, when it is heated, the change in area is directly proportional to the original area A0 is directly proportional to original area A0 and the change in temperature delta T, and the change in temperature delta T. If I write the expression for aerial expansion, it would be delta A is equals to beta A0 delta T. Here beta is equals to delta A upon A0 delta T. Unit of beta will be degree centigrade inverse or Kelvin inverse. A is also equals to A0 1 plus beta delta T, where A is the area of the plate after heating. A is area of plate after heating.